the nightmare isn't over. Send the kids out of the room, because the next stop on our tour is the most extreme. New Orleans, Louisiana. Your neighborhood haunted house a little too quiet for your tastes? Well, we've found the high-decibel scare palace for you. It's called House of Shock, and it's the most haunting, hellish, and head-banging Halloween experience on the planet. So extreme, in fact, that you'd better see it now before the cops shut it down.
We are the most intense haunted attraction in the world. We are the black sheep of the haunted community, and we take pride in that.
It might be located in the heart of New Orleans, but House of Shock is no Mardi Gras. For 15 years, this place has been damaging young minds and scaring customers out of their wits. So what, you might ask, is their deadly formula for fright? They amp up the haunted house with all the intensity of death metal.
House of Shock started 15 years ago. It was the brainchild of both Jay and Ross, along with Philip Anselmo, lead singer from Pantera. It was just a thought of like, hey, what can we do at Halloween to scare ourselves, amuse ourselves, and have a good time? We said to ourselves, man, we love haunted houses so much, and now they're leaving us kind of flat. So what do we want to do? We want to do a haunted house on steroids. We want to amp it up, jack it up, freight train it, full on, full blown action.
The way I look at it is, we're not really a haunted house. The haunted house is the backdrop. We have freak shows, we have piercings, we have bands playing every night.
When you first come in, you know, you're going to be greeted with this big, huge stage set that looks like a castle, basically. And we treat you to a 5-minute stage show, complete with pyrotechnics and video interaction. Lord Belial, who's my character, basically to tell you you're going to war on good. It's a good versus evil. Actually, this year it's an evil versus evil.
Once the fire and brimstone floor show is over, you step inside where the real horror begins.
You go through the graveyard that leads into the funeral parlor. You go through a morgue. It's very violent in there.
Always advertised House of Shock as an interactive haunted house. So you're a part of the set. We didn't want to separate it with, you know, velvet ropes and there's the stuff over there. Well, all of a sudden you're encompassed in it and you're part of it and you're like, it makes people very uncomfortable.
You might get touched a little bit, you might get a little slime on you, a little blood on you. That's part of the game.
Yeah, they grab you, you know, it happens, you know. We don't officially grab you, but it's happened.
Hungry? The next stop is the butcher shop for some seriously choice cuts.
The butcher shop especially is another violent room, kind of like a takeoff of a chainsaw type thing. And there are no restrictions. You know, it's just over the top.
Last but not least, it's time to pray for forgiveness before it's too late.
You end up here in the church, and that's probably the climax of the whole place is this.
I would say in general, the House of Shock could be defined by this room alone.
We have children in here with communion dresses on. By the time you get here, you've just gone through every emotion you could possibly go through.
You've been bombarded every sense you've got, every angle for, you know, 20, 25 minutes at that point.
And you can bet the House of Shock caught hell for this one.
They tried to shut us down a few times.
When we first started, we came under a lot of fire from religious groups, as well as political entities, thinking that we were up to something other than what we really were. And they were convinced that we were trying to recruit kids to join the Church of Satan.
You know, raising money for the Church of Satan.
Meanwhile, we're having the biggest laugh of our lives.
So they might not be real Satan worshippers. worshippers. But these guys scare the devil out of everyone who walks through these doors.
I think I might have a heart attack. I'm so scared.
We had a woman die in the haunted house. Just died.
Lily stepped out the outside exit door, clutching her heart, and fell to the ground.
Heart stopped beating.
Luckily, one of our friends, the RN,
Got her stable to the paramedics, got her here, and took her out to the hospital.
We killed her and then we brought her back to life, so it's okay.
From monster pumpkins to mind-boggling corn mazes.
Oh, was it not fun to get lost in corn?
From the most intense haunted houses this side of Amityville to a hayride from hell.